I'm gonna start working on the epoxy for the tiling that I did. I'm gonna be trying out this new, well, it's not new, but new to me, Starlike EVO, which is an epoxy grout. I've used epoxy grout in the past and it was really difficult. Not really difficult, it sets up in like 45 minutes an hour, so you don't get a lot of time to work on it. You have to use acid base like a vinegar to clean it up. This apparently is water based. I've seen them watch a couple videos on it, so I'm going to try it out. So it smelled pretty strong, like an epoxy. We'll see how it goes. I have my respirator here. The videos I saw, they didn't need that, but I'm going to do that and get some good ventilation in here. Get some gloves, some goggles to mix it up. Got a special mixer here. Just kind of, it mixes in the container, so that's nice. You don't have to waste another container trying to clean it up. I'm going to try out this Tile Doctor epoxy float. It's a little bit thinner than normal, so it seems like might be a little bit more wieldy. None of this is sponsored content. Just this is what I'm going to be trying out. It's got a nice edge to it. Kind of a spackling tool. This knife edge just to kind of scrape around just so you get a good mix. And then gloves as well. So never used it before, but I'm happy to be working quick, so I'm probably not going to talk as much during it. You never want to go directly, starting off when you're cleaning it off. You don't want to go directly into it because then the edge will get into the grout and you'll make it cave in. Whereas you want to be going at diagonals like this, especially long kind of strokes, just to fill it in. And you want to fill it in packed all the way completely. Every once in a while, try to get in a little bit. Just get certain places where I need to kind of work it in. And one other thing that I've noticed that I've worked on before is any of this metal. If you can see this aluminum, I have to be careful. Depends on this. I'm just gonna be very careful just so I don't actually do it, just because there's sand or aggregate in the grout, and so you don't want to just keep working this really hard across that because you can actually scratch that. So I'm gonna mix it up, start working on it.
So I made sure to clean all the grout lines. I use this, and it's like a nylon or just tough bristle brush. Don't use wire, obviously you don't want to scratch the tiles, but make sure it's all clean. That's why I like to use the thin set that's the same color as the grout or as close as possible, just in case you miss anything. You don't have this odd color sticking through. So make sure you're ready before you start. I had an extra bucket of water there. I got a lighting. I had everything taped off so it wouldn't, the mixing drill. I had my water there, protective gloves. To float everything, especially when using this epoxy grout because it sets so quickly. Like I mentioned, 45 minutes an hour, could be even worse. You see I got everything taped up. So you want to make sure it's all there. So this is what it looks like opening up. There's the two-part, obviously it's epoxy. There's a cover that goes over the first part here, so I kind of scrape it off. I said I wasn't really sure exactly how far this would go. I did some of the calculators and it was pretty close, so I want to make sure I got every little bit here, especially this stuff is a little expensive to be just using, wasting any of it. So I started off, again, just kind of mix it up a little bit in the bottom. It's not really necessary, but then get as much as I can of the part B in there to make sure I get a good mixture. I just kind of cut off the corner and then, turn it, squeeze it all in there. Just make sure, again, everything's out of the pouch before I start mixing it up. And the one thing that they stress a lot is don't mix it too much or too quickly, like especially if you're using a drill. Don't put it on a high speed and speed it up, get a whole increase the temperature and really start the reaction more than you need to. So I'm on a low speed here. It's obvious I sped up the video here just so you're not watching the whole thing, but yeah, I kept it slow the whole time, just slowly mixed it up. I just want to kind of show you the life cycle here. As I mixed up, it gets a lot smoother than when you first start off. It has the sand in it, or the aggregate, whatever you want to call it. But you see here, I'm kind of scraping off the bottom, scraping off the sides. Is another thing very important. Make sure you get this all mixed and consistent mix through there so you're not ending up. And so I'm having to go, it's been a while, I guess, since I've grouted, so I'm kind of using it. It's always more difficult on the wall like this, especially keeping it from falling. So I'm trying to limit do as fast as I can, but also limit the amount that falls. Obviously you're not gonna be able to catch everything, but again, I was just worried how much I needed to use and the calculations. So I was trying to, get it in as best I could into the grout line. So I'm using a lot with the side, with the small edge instead of the full side. Again, I'm not a professional, so it's a lot harder. So I've got, you see I'm kind of working it in here. My technique wasn't the greatest. What I kind of figured out afterwards is work it in. I mean, I knew this already, but work it in at a 45-degree angle into the grout line, and then use at a 90-degree angle to pull it across the tile, and that's what clears it out, or clears it up. These tiles were not completely smooth, so it was a little bit difficult. So you could see I'm kind of trying to work sometimes with the small edge. I'm trying to work in here and get pull it out as best I could, but there's only so much. So I actually had to use the sponge a little bit more than I was expecting. But again, it is water soluble up to a point, or where you can actually clean off with a wet sponge. So I did that. So I was doing that. You didn't have to use. So I was actually, a lot surprised. You can see I'm checking my watch there. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's taking longer, and I'm running out of time here. But here's the sponge. Where I'm cleaning it off. This is actually where I've already done the first pass on it, because you just, like I said, work it for about 5 minutes or so, and then kind of clean it off and get off some of the excess. And then I'm here just cleaning off even more of after it's mostly set up. Again, it's water, so you can get rid of it with water up to a certain point, but after it's dried quite a bit, and definitely the next day you can't get it off with that. So you're gonna have to either scrape it off or use one of these more aggressive grout removals. But I was really happy with this. It lasted over really got more of an hour of work time. I was actually able to use, after it started setting up, I used it into the corners and kind of used my fingers to use it for all those difficult areas, and then left the wide open areas for the next bucket that I used. So it took me 2 buckets to get through, to set all of this. But again, like I said, it acted just like regular grout, other than you could feel it at about the 45-minute mark. I could feel it kind of as I put it in or where it was setting up a lot more. So you can see it makes a big mess. So I'm glad I had this taped down. And this is actually, I'm kind of going back in time a little bit, but this was the first bucket where I was kind of guessing. I think I was like, I think I got it about halfway, so that the next bucket should be the other half. But I got that one full wall, a little bit in most of this one, and then I did the difficult parts, like the corners, all in that nook. I got that all done, and then along the edging on the right. So it actually ended up working. I had just a little bit left over, so 2 of the buckets was perfect for this. So you can see I grouted the edge mark. I think I actually did that part by hand as well. So once you're done, just like anything else, once it's clean, let it set up. I just let it set up over a day because I had enough. You need to caulk, or I use siliconized caulk, which is white version of that, just because it works a lot better. Just do anywhere 2 different materials meet, all the corners, even where the tile corners. I grout in there just to have a good backing, but then silicone over top of it, just because it's going to crack and it'll just leak. So you want to do that all along the tub. In that nook, you can see me there. Is kind of a pain, but just all the corners, every edge, and fingers the best way to get to work the caulk in there. They sell all these tools, they just don't work as well. And they just clean it up. So silicone obviously is not water cleanup, so it's a bit of a pain, but it's definitely worth it in the end. I think it lasts a lot longer than caulk does, and it's a lot more malleable. So here's my service announcement. There's the expiration date on silicone. I think it is on caulk. Take this into account. I didn't. This is 2023. I don't know where I got this from. It's so old. But this one is a non-expired. And the only reason I know is because I put the silicone everywhere, and then the next day it was still wet. And then this is 2 days later, and it still had not set up. So there's some chemical in there that expires. And if you ever try to clean up silicone, it's a pain. If you ever tried to clean up silicone for an entire job, I do not recommend it. It is terrible. So you can see I'm not very happy here. I think I give it a thumbs down here. So, yep. So I had to clean up. This took hours just because you can't clean it up, you just have to use paper towels and everything. So I had to do all the corners, all along the tub here, everywhere. I was not happy, but in the end, came out good.